Good mid-afternoon, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM Future Digibyte OG. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. It's 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast in the United States of America, and we broke down past an important level for XRP, and especially, Bitcoin's doing Bitcoin's thing. Get over a few things. Go to check out my Swing Traders Anonymous if you want to see the state of the crypto, total crypto market cap. We covered the Bitcoin dominance chart and how it tried to briefly break over a key resistance support area. We covered Tether, and we also went over Bitcoin. And then you can check out the ISO. We went over my ISO station, went over Dogecoin, IOTA, Algo, and Shiba. And that was just about an hour or so ago on both those stations. But what we have to discuss now is, first, hit that like button. If you're returning or new to my station, always hit that like button. It helps get me through the analytics. And I'd really like to move on to the next level. Been dedicated, and we're almost to 4,000 subscribers now, so that's another big step. So if you're on the fence, hit that subscribe button or hit the dislike button, because that always is a good way to voice your opinion that I'm not putting out the appropriate content. And that's a good way to say, what you got to do. So, and obviously turn that bell notification to all. But XRP has broke down under that $8. And to me, that was a very strong support area that you don't want to be below. Because then you're talking about that 106 last ditch. Oh my God, if we don't hold this, we're down to $1 or $1. We know it's $1 in this case is the double bottom. Could we have an Adam and Eve bottom forming? Absolutely we could. And that would simply mean that we're not going to come down to the $2 as you would see, or the $1, and then it would have some kind of bounce. But guys, me personally, as you know, I said by the end of October that we're going to see the evidence in front of us of what's going to happen. And we're seeing the evidence. It's not even October, the end of October, I mean. It's not October 31st yet. But we're seeing the evidence of what's about to transpire. I believe XRP is going to crash to historical levels. I've never changed that. I just don't talk about it when we're pumping. There's no reason for me to keep saying, hey guys, during your pump when you're finally making money, we're going to crash at the end of it. I keep saying it on be optimistic, but also be cautious that once we break these trends, we got to go back to the bottom side of this. And we're starting to get to that point. So now I have to talk more about the crash, because now things are starting to cave in on itself. We don't have that big wide space anymore. We have this ever increasingly tinier space. And every single move becomes objectified. And right now, XRP has one job and one job only to do. And we're going to take it out to the 1 minute. XRP's only job right now is, by whatever it has to do, if you're holding it and you're hoping to God that it doesn't break down, XRP has to stay above $1.06. Because then it's going down to $1.17. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing in between to hold it up after $1.06. You have $1.13 when it was at that. I told you $1.12 once it broke that support, you sell. You don't dick around, you don't wait. I'm not tickling your balls. And you gotta sell when you gotta sell. It immediately went down. It tried to retest at $1.10 and $1.08, but it ultimately went down to $1.17. But when it broke the $1.06, it just went right to $1.11. It just free-falled. So the $1.06, that's a heavy trading range from $1.06 to $1.13. There's $1.13. The $1.12, to me, that's not even a trading range. That was just if it breaks the $1.12 and the part of the formation it was on, it was going to crash down to $1. That's what I thought. Because that point was held up so long and it had no reason to come under $1.12 after it had already retraced. It was pushing up, but then there was no volume. And that's the thing that's killing me right now. There is no volume for XRP. Even when it was making that rally earlier, and everything keeps pointing to the fact that we're in a downtrend in the 1 minute and the 3 minute and the 5 minute. It doesn't matter what you pull out. It all looks terrible. And now this inside out wedge that we could have technically created within this pattern, it's got zero chance right now. It has no volume. I think if anything, it's going to roll over to $1.17, and then it's going to make up its mind if it's going to do one of two things, ladies and gentlemen. This pattern can do one of two things still. Just because it gets to $1.01 doesn't mean we're going right to 52 cents and further. That's not what it means. You trade it in up and down fashion. What I'm saying is this pattern is still incomplete. The question is do we have to come down here after $1.01, and that's why the double bottom wouldn't hold? Because now we can talk about this part of the pattern because we're in this part of the pattern. Is this going to be a direct shot from right where we're at, and instead of looking something like that, how it is right now, this should in fact be pulled all the way down to here, because we have to, I'll show you guys in a second the point of this, of why I think this is going to become more relevant than we think. Or, well, not than we think, but I think it's going to be real relevant. Like, extremely relevant. And so watch that trend if it plays through. That's all I'm saying. If it plays through $1.01, it's going right to 93 cents, and I'm going to show you why. So in the 1 hour with XRP, and it's fascinating, I believe we are, not in the 1 hour, in the 4 hour, I believe we're unfinished. And we would have to still complete something. If you're looking at this, guys, all right, guys, ready? Imagine you're sitting on the beach, right? You got your head in the sand. Oh, yeah, look, my hair's waving. Looks beautiful. Nice head of hair. Making sure those sand crabs don't, come bite you. Whatever. So then you've got your left shoulder. My shoulder, it feels so good. Down there to 93 cents. Feels great. Then you got your left foot out, indented, your knee angled inward, and you got your foot right here in the grass at $1.44, or in the sand at $1.44. So now you got your left elbow, your left foot, and your head. Now you're like, well, what the hell is going on? I don't see the inverted head and shoulders. Correct. Because it's not complete. So now, I believe, are we working back down to make this inverted right shoulder so we can put the right shoulder in the sand, as the aforementioned arrow points right to? And then, will we not have to create the rest of the pattern and do something like this when we get down here? Oh my goodness, we hit our reversal. And then, and only then, would we be able to complete this pattern. And this is all I've been saying, being cautiously optimistic, if we could get a breakout, not expecting it, which is why I had real tight stop losses. I mean, within a 0.75%. And is that not what's going to happen here? And that's what's going to create the inverted head and shoulders. That now, this guy, since his elbow on the right side is firmly in the sand, it's showing you that this guy can now clasp. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. His elbow's in on the right side at 93 cents now. And now, because it's completed, he can now extend out. Well, he's not completely finished yet, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. We're going to finish this pattern, because if he's got his foot down, that means you're going to see the exact spot where it's going to break down as well. Oh, yes, we're not going to keep it incomplete on you. Oh, no, that'd be unprofessional. And then you'd likely get the retrace back to that $1.23. And that's where it's going to tell you right off the bat, do we still have a pattern? Actually, it would probably be something like this. Let me see where this other side was. Yeah, $1.23. So it would immediately come back down to $1.23. And this is in the future. And then you'd get something like that. And likely something like that. So it's all going to be pointing back to here. So this is what I think still has to play out. And this is exactly why I wanted to draw it out for you. So in the 4 hour, you see how it looks now? Oh man, I wish I could just go. Nah, I'm going to have to bring it out. The daily might make it look better. So you see how we finished the pattern, guys? You know what? I think this would have to extend back down further. I think this would come all the way back down to here in a quick and swift motion. I really do. I think this would not go to $1.23. I think it'd come right off of there if it did something like this. Just based on the past technicals, I think this would be more like this. So you guys let me know what you think, but that's what I think's going on. So we'd have a breakdown, and I don't think the $1's going to hold under this scenario on the inverted head and shoulders. And I think we've got 3 points, and we're creating the 4th point right now, which would be the inverted right shoulder. And then we'd create the 5th point, which is the inverted foot in the sand with the heel in on the right side. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments, but this is what I honestly believe is going on in XRP and why I consider myself the best in the business of predicting patterns before they happen. Stay blessed.